game trailers, and welcome to a new video. And this video is my wish list for E3 2017. Of course, a top 10 video, again another countdown, and yeah, I'm pretty hyped for E3. We've had a ton of news come out over the past week or whatever on games and stuff, like announcements and leaks and blah blah blah. So it's been really fun. But E3 obviously is the big time for gaming news and announcements, gameplay, all that kind of fun stuff. And here are the 10 games that I want to see featured at E3. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. So yeah, it's gonna be hype. It's gonna be hype. First up here, we have information on Cyberpunk 2077. So basically any kind of news, info, or anything on this game. If you don't know what Cyberpunk 2077 is, it's going to be a game made by the developers of The Witcher. So CD Project Red. There we go. And the details in the name. It's gonna be a cyberpunk themed game, and I don't know. I think it's gonna be like a detective game, I believe. I'm really not sure. It's an RPG, but I have absolutely nothing to do, absolutely no information on it. Like, there's a thing, like, they say, hey, you can buy or get, I don't know how, like this basically like a babble fish. There we go. And because characters in the game won't be speaking English, and therefore it won't have language settings or whatever. I'm not entirely sure. And then you would need to get this babble fish thing to actually understand what the characters are saying. I have no clue. I really have no clue. It's a really they have nothing about this game. We don't know all we know is an RPG. It's gonna have multiplayer stuff in it. We don't know when it's coming out. We know what's in it, what engine it's on, so, yeah. And it's supposed to be go between first person and third person, like Fallout or Star Wars Battlefront or whatever. I'm not sure if they did that with Battlefield, if they actually let you go in a third person perspective. I'm not sure. But it's gonna be open world, and the area you're gonna explore is called Night City. That's basically all we have on the game, really. We have not much else. So yeah, these guys made The Witcher 3, so obviously they know how to make a good game. So it's really hype. We really have to hype ourselves up for this game, And I really want some information at E3. At the very least, maybe a trailer, or even just a quick mention in one of the press conferences about what they're actually gonna do on the game. So yeah, what the game's about or whatever, because I really don't know. This could be a game about mail. About mail. You just play as a mailman, right? We legit have no clue. You could assume it's like a police or a crime game, but we really don't know. So yeah, but anyways, next up at number 9. And at number 9, we have information on the Avengers Project. I did a podcast on this back in February, so make sure to go watch that, or listen to that, whatever. Basically, the Avengers Project is this massive, game series, or big game that they're planning on the Avengers. So, Iron Man, Captain America, all that kind of stuff. And we got the announcement of it. I think it was a leak. Maybe it was an announcement. Yeah, we got a trailer. So it was an announcement of whatever this is last January. And according to the news and stuff, apparently we won't even get information on the game until next January. So or at least maybe December, November, I don't know when, but it's gonna be a long time, apparently, until we get information on the game. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I really want some information, or at least some details about the game, or games, or I don't even know what it is. It could just be a card game, who knows? Like, seriously, we have no details on this whatsoever, other than it's gonna be with the Avengers, and I think Square Enix are making it. So, yeah, so Square Enix is gonna have the Avengers. That's literally all we have. Like, hold up, I'm gonna try and do some research right now. Okay, it's legit, that's really all I have. It's basically just gonna be a AAA quality, like, Avengers game made by Square Enix, and they have plans on making even more games after it. So, like, I assume spin-offs, or like single character games like Iron Man and Hulk and that kind of stuff. And later on, I will talk about the Spider-Man PS4 game. But I'm not sure if this will have some kind of tie-in with it. Obviously, I don't think it will, because Square Enix and the people who are making the Spider-Man game are two completely different people. So it may not have any like tie-in or like anything in common or whatever, besides being a Marvel game and maybe having Spider-Man. We really don't know. All we know is it's going to include Hulk, Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor. That's really all the information we have. So yeah, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed for some information at E3. I mean, it is E3. Come on, you gotta be nice. But yeah. So next up at number 8. So, number 8. Number 8 will be Death Stranding information. I really want information on Death Stranding. We've gotten 2 trailers, one at E3 last year, I believe, or was it at PAX? I'm not sure, like, when the actual announcement was. I think it was at the Sony press conference last year, and then at PSX. No, it wasn't PSX. It was the Game Awards. Back in December, we got. Actually, was it December? I remember they didn't do Final Fantasy 15. I'm not sure. I think it was at the Game Awards. They did another trailer for the game. So yeah, but we've basically gotten two like trailers that have like no meaning whatsoever. Like, we have no clue what's going on. It's just a bunch of random nonsense going on in front of our faces. So basically, Death Stranding is the new Hideo Kojima game, his first game after the kerfuffle with Metal Gear Solid 5. I love that word. And it's gonna have Guillermo del Toro, Norman Reedus, and Mads Mikkelsen. There we go. In it as characters. I think Mads is going to be the villain, Norman Reedus is going to be the main character, and then I don't know what Guillermo is going to do. It's basically sort of like a spiritual successor to the Silent Hills game that they were going to make, but obviously Konami dropped that because Konami sucks! I have beef with Konami, by the way. So, yeah. They stopped Silent Hill. And they're basically using up like the same characters, and I assume the same like ideas for this game, or something like that. At least I know Norman Reedus was going to be in the Silent Hill game. We don't really know what it's going to be about. It's supposed to be a action game, obviously, and it's supposed to be open world, and like okay. There's some crazy stuff here. There's like, okay, it's basically a game about beaching, apparently. Like, getting stuck on the beach and stuff because of oil and crazy stuff. I really have no clue. But apparently he's gonna make it a completely different, like, a completely new genre of game. So, you know, like, I think he was the one who came up with the stealth genre with the Metal Gear games. Like, the original Metal Gear game was, like, one of the first, if not the first stealth game ever made. So, like, I guess he can say that he can, like, make genre because he's done it in the past, but I don't know. I really don't know what it's going to be about. They say an action game, so obviously it's going to have like some kind of fighting involved in it. I'm not sure it's going to be if a shooter, a stealth game, or all of the above. We really have no clue. All we know is that it's made by Hideo Kojima and should be a good game, and I really want some information on it. He did say that it should come out before 2019. Of course, that's 2 years from now, so there's still a lot of time in between for news and information on the game and stuff. But yeah, I'm really hyped for the game. I really want to see what they'll do with it. And yeah, time for number 7. Here at number 7, we are branching off into games that I want gameplay for, and the first game here is Metal Gear Survive. I want gameplay for this game. We got a bit of gameplay, I think, at a Japanese conference back last year or whatever. And the only reason why this is above Death Stranding is because there's a lot more concrete information about the game, even though I don't like it. But yeah, so basically, if you don't know what Metal Gear Survive is gonna be like the not spirituals, I was gonna say, a spin-off or whatever of the Metal Gear games, where you'll be in a zombie apocalypse, or at least something similar to a zombie apocalypse, with Metal Gear Solid 5 gameplay in the Metal Gear Solid 5 map, with new characters who were a part of your crew in Metal Gear Solid 5. So it's basically a copy-paste of Metal Gear Solid 5, but not as good. That's basically what Metal Gear Survive is. I just want to see gameplay of it, like more gameplay, and actually in English, or at least, you know, like at least gameplay, focused gameplay. Really, just that's all I really want. I really don't care that much about the game, but it is a Metal Gear game, and I am a good Metal Gear Solid fan, so I do want to see what new stuff they have for the game, and just some gameplay, really, because we haven't really gotten proper gameplay of it yet. We've gotten a few snippets of it that I saw, but honestly, I don't really care that much about that game. I just want to see some gameplay at E3 with English commentary and stuff, or whatever. Yeah. Anyways, next at number 6. Up here at number 6, we have gameplay for Star Wars Battlefront 2, or should I say EA Star Wars Battlefront 2, because it's not just Star Wars Battlefront 2, because there was already a Star Wars Battlefront 2, so this is EA Star Wars Battlefront 2. So basically, they released, I think it was an in-engine trailer, announcement trailer for the game, and it's going to be the sequel to the first EA Star Wars Battlefront, and it will include all characters, well, not all characters, but characters from the original trilogy, just like the first game, the prequel trilogy, and the sequel trilogy, which will be completely new well, I think it's gonna be completely new. I'm not sure if they had like a character from the sequel trilogy in the first game as DLC for the Battle of Jakku, I think. But yeah, so I want some gameplay for the game, like proper gameplay. I think we do have some proper gameplay. I'm not entirely sure, but I want some proper gameplay of at least one prequel or sequel character. So like Darth Maul, I think, isn't gonna be in the game. Kylo Ren's gonna be in the game. Rey, I think, is gonna be in the game. Like a ton of characters from each trilogy is gonna be in the game. So I really want to see characters, well, gameplay for the newer characters, and I also want to see some gameplay for the story mode, because there's gonna be a story mode this time around where you play as a character. I think is in the First Order. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's gonna be a character from the First Order. So that should be cool, and yeah, I really want to see some gameplay, like some cutscenes and stuff, like proper full cutscenes and a mission from the story. So like either a character from the Empire. I know it's gonna be like one of the Storm / clone troopers. So I really don't know, but I am intrigued, and the first game was pretty cool, so I do want to see what they'll do with this one. So yeah, I do want to see some gameplay for E3, for Star Wars at E3. So yeah, time for number 5. Number 5, it's almost like I planned this. I want gameplay for Far Cry 5. Now, this was originally the announcement for Far Cry 5, but they technically already announced it, or at least teased it, with some teasers from yesterday. They've released, like, it's basically like a little information thing about what's going to be in the game. I think it's a live-action trailer. I really think it's a CGI trailer, but people are saying it's a live-action trailer. So, and it's gonna be set in Montana with like a sort of a rural, like rural setting, which is very different for the Far Cry series, because it's sort of like that's what the series has been about. It's just exploring an area outside of like the United States or whatever, like outside of the whole, like, that kind of, like, civilization, like, well, not civilization, but you know what I mean, like, that kind of thing, like, outside of cities and, like, big countries and stuff, like, big rich countries. Like, I think the first one was in Australia. One of them, I think, was, like, in Australia, like, South Africa. I know one was in Africa. Far Cry 3 was in, like, some kind of island in, like, the Samoa Islands or whatever, like, in Hawaii Islands or whatever, like, around that area. And then, like, Far Cry 4 was in, like, Tibet. So yeah, but I'm not sure, like, where the first game was. I know the second game was in Africa, but yeah, it's gonna be a new setting, a different thing to this game. And I do want to see some gameplay for it, because it looks pretty cool, and I think we will get gameplay for it at E3. So yeah, it should be cool, should be fun, and yeah, Far Cry 5 hype. Let's get on this hype, boy. Also, I just want to point out the teasers were absolutely incredible. Like, they were the best thing. You're seeing them on screen, but you're not getting the full grasp because of my commentary. You should go watch the teasers yourself. But yeah, time for number 4. Number 4, we have some gameplay for Red Dead Redemption 2. Yesterday we got some pretty bad news that the game got delayed from December to, I think, February or more. I can't remember. It was like sometime in early 2018. The game got delayed to, so, like, a few months, which is kind of a shame, really, because I was pretty hyped for it. But yeah, what are you gonna do? But we did get a few screenshots of the game, and I will say they are gorgeous. They look really good, the screenshots. So I do want to see some gameplay, or at least a gameplay trailer, something from Red Dead Redemption 2 at E3. Especially since we're not getting the game in December, and it was originally supposed to come out in December. So you would think, hey, maybe they actually have something for the game at the moment, at least. But yeah. So yeah, I do want to see some Red Dead Redemption 2 though. So yeah. But next up at number 3. Number 3, we have Spiderman PS4 gameplay, or as I like to call it, Spectacular Spider-Man, because why not? And yeah, so we haven't gotten proper gameplay for this game yet. We've gotten a trailer which had in-game footage, but not proper gameplay, like seeing how the game will work properly just yet. We got footage and cutscenes and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, like stuff that's in that the from the game engine, but not actually in game. It's weird. Anyways, we got that at E3. We got the game announced at E3 after like a bunch of rumors and leaks and stuff. We got the game. We got like a small like snippet of the game in 4K for like the PS4 Pro conference or whatever it was, or announcement, and that's basically all we've gotten of Spider-Man PS4. So I really do want to see some proper gameplay of the game, and also the actual title of the game. That's one thing that I do want to see. If you don't know, by the way, it's Spider-Man PS4 is going to be a PS4 exclusive game, not a movie tie-in of any kind. It's going to be original, made by Insomniac. Remember the name now. And the main villain is rumored or speculated to be Mr. Negative, who's like a minor character, minor Spider-Man character. Well, I say minor. He's a Spider-Man character who hasn't been adapted into any like other medium or whatever. He's always just been a comic book character, so I think this is gonna be his first adaptation outside of a comic book, which should be cool. He has like the ability to like heal things and whatnot. Is a pretty cool character, I think, from what I've heard. So yeah, I do want to see a bit of Mr. Negative as well, and just some like what's going on in the game. But yeah, time for number 2. Number 2, we have the official announcement of Assassin's Creed Origins, originally called Empire, and it's the new Assassin's Creed game coming out this year. The first one, I think this is the first time they've actually taken like a 2-year, like 2 years to actually develop one of these games. Like normally they always come out like the next year, but last year they skipped it, and they're coming out with the new game this year, or at least I hope they are. The last game being Syndicate, which was set in Victorian London and stuff. This one is going all the way back, even before the first game, to the Egyptian, like ancient times, you know, back all the way there. And apparently it's going to be talking about the origins of the Assassin's Order, and it would be weird if they have the Templar Order, because like I think they may even introduce like a new group, because the Templar, when you think about it, the Templars should start during like the Crusades, you know, or at least like the Middle Ages, when they actually like you had the Templar Knights and stuff. But yeah, so I assume they're gonna have new stuff in this game. Gonna go between like Egypt and Greece and a bunch of cool stuff. So I really want to see like a proper like trailer for the game, and of course E3 is coming up, so we should get it at E3. So yeah, so I'm pretty hyped for Assassin's Creed Origins, and yeah, time for the honorable mentions. We have the announcement of the Batman Arkham sequel. So there's been like a ton of leaks, rumors, speculation, all that fun stuff on the next game to the Batman Arkham franchise. Apparently it's being made by WB Games Montreal. Rocksteady, I believe, is currently working on something else, either like a Superman game, Green Arrow game, some other project. But WB Games are going to take the helm for the Batman games. And really, with all the stuff we have, we haven't gotten proper concrete evidence and like information on the game. So I really want an announcement for the game. That's the thing I want the most. I'm a terribly huge fan of the Arkham games and stuff, so like I marked out as hard as anybody could think for Arkham Knight. So yeah, so I really do want them to announce this game. Since like 2013, I assume they've been like developing this game, at least 2014. So it's been quite some time since they've been making this sequel, this game. And it's been 2 years since Arkham Knight, so at least an announcement for the game would be nice to have. But yeah, I really do want this to get announced, and there's been a ton of rumors and stuff, like it's gonna be a Damian Wayne game. There's an entire host of characters. You're gonna either the Damian Wayne game, then there was like a Suicide Squad game, then there's like a prequel game that's like a sequel to Arkham Origins, where you get to play as Batman and Robin in like this coastal area of Gotham. There's a ton of stuff for this game, but we haven't gotten anything concrete, and we should get it at E3 during like the Sony press conference. I think is the best bet. Yeah, and that's it for that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this pretty long video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Some more videos coming up, but I think I might take a little break for now, until I upload the next video. And yeah, we're pretty hyped for E3. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video. Troll on, baby. And a quick disclaimer, I want to thank everybody who I got this gameplay and trailers and whatever stuff from. Yeah, thank you for helping out with this video, you know what I'm saying?